Welcome back to ESBR Boxing's YouTube channel in partnership with sharpbetting.co.uk. Delighted as always to be joined by Greg, and we're here reacting to what we've just seen from the Co-op Arena in Manchester, England, as Reece Bellotti has defended his British and Commonwealth super featherweight titles against domestic rival Michael Gomez Jr. Gomez's corner pulling him out at the end of the ninth round before the beginning of the 10th in what was, it was a pretty dominant performance from Reece Bellotti. Greg, as always, hope you're well. Good to speak to you. First of all, was it the right decision in your opinion by the corner to pull Gomez out? And what did you make of that performance overall from Reece Bellotti?
Yeah, great to speak to you, Niall. It's a tricky one. He wasn't really winning anything, Niall, and I don't think he was going to win the fight. He wasn't greatly hurt. I know he'd been down once or twice from body shots, but he got up, he was banging his chest. I think if you're really hurt by body shots, you're not getting up and doing that because you can't, effectively. But do you know something, Niall? I trust Michael Jennings. Michael Jennings is a good fighter. He's one of the ones from this country who they got to a certain level, they fought the elite, and they didn't quite make it, but they were good enough to probably win a fringe world title. I mean, Michael Jennings' opportunity came against Miguel Cotto. Come on, and it was like when Miguel Cotto was very, very good. If he thinks that Michael Gomez Jr. wasn't to continue in that fight and he was taking a bit of punishment, I agree with him. But it's just a shame that we need to do these reactions so quick because supposedly Gomez Jr. has went in a huff and ran out the ring and went to the back. And the boxing hole that I am, I want to see footage of that. I want to see what's going on. Why he's took that he's took that turn. He doesn't trust the corner. He might just be upset because of the mind games with Bellotti on the lead up, but it's a difficult one now because I think it maybe is the right decision, but it's one of those ones where it wasn't greatly hurt, but it probably wasn't going to do anything either. So why stay in there?
Yeah, absolutely agree. Yeah, as you say, the storming out of the ring, I'd say that has a lot to do with the bad blood, I suppose, between the two of these and the
Yeah,
build up to this. That's definitely not the way he wanted to go out. But I have to say, we spoke briefly off camera there. Reece Belotti just showed levels. You were discussing off camera there when we spoke. Michael Gomez Jr. hasn't kind of fought at this level before. It doesn't really belong at this level. And Reece Belotti, although he's no world beater, really, he's more proven at the domestic and the Commonwealth
yeah,
level. And I thought it was a very good performance. He just outclassed him, outworked him. Gomez, he felt the shots, the power of the shots from early on. He really did. And yeah, he was just way too well rounded. Like Gomez, when you're trying to press the pace like that and force Belotti onto the back foot, he doesn't have the power to kind of hurt him and put a dent in him and make him kind of sit up and take notice. So I was very
yeah,
impressed with Reece Belotti showing the levels there against Michael Gomez. I really was. So credit to him. We always discuss on these videos what's next for the winner. So Reece Belotti, we mentioned he does have a handful of losses, but they are to good fighters. He's defended his Lonsdale belt now and his Commonwealth belt. What do you think is next for Reece Belotti? I mean, we've seen another big super featherweight clash tonight, which Jazza Dickens came through. That could be a potential opportunity there for a fight in the
yeah.
future, which will be an interesting one. How do you see it panning out for Reece Belotti?
Yeah, it's a difficult one now because when I said in the last video about Jazza Dickens maybe starting to look at the IBO route, I was thinking maybe he'll go back down. Whether he can do that or not, I don't know. But I think that's a great fight. Reece Belotti and Jazza Dickens, mate, send me that on every day of the week. That's a fight that's going to be held in a phone box. I think it's a really, really good fight. I think that you've got Jazza Dickens, who is without a doubt the more technically gifted fighter than Reece Bellotti, but Reece Bellotti is a very, very good body puncher. And let me tell you now, I always say to people, if you've not boxed before, do you remember ever falling as a child and you get winded and it's like that panic that comes over you and you think, oh, what's happening here? Same as a body shot in boxing. If you get hit in the spot, you panic because you can't breathe, and it's horrible. The body is always a harder place to get hit than the face. So I think both of those styles could really measure up well. If Eddie Hearn wants to send me on Jazza Dickens and Reece Bellotti next, sign me up. I'm all for it.
Yeah, I agree. I think it'd be a great fight. I really do. You have the explosiveness of Bellotti against the kind of boxing, the skill, the technical ability of Jazza Dickens, and they're at such a kind of later stage in their career. You know, Bellotti is about 34 now, I believe. He's not
Yeah,
old, but he's not a young man anymore. So,
no.
maybe one last crack at the big time for the winner of that. Who would you kind of see coming out on top in that one?
Why do you need to ask me that now? Oh, mate, I don't know. I'm sitting, I'm visualizing this fight. Can you imagine not even a Riyadh season? Just imagine a big UK fight card and you turn on at 7 o'clock and opening it is Reece Bellotti and Jazza Dickens. What
Yeah.
a fight, man. What a fight. Um, Honestly, now I can't really call it because I can see an avenue where both guys win. I probably slightly go with Jazza's ring experience and knowing how to get in and get out at distance, but Jazza's not a young man now either. I say this and I'm probably older than the both of them, but the two of them aren't young anymore, so it's who can stick to their game plan the best. At this present moment in time, thanks for putting me on the spot, but I probably choose Jazza just, but I don't think there's a lot in it now.
Yeah, again, yeah, it is very hard to call. It's a great fight. I do agree, and as you say, it could be we could be spoiled early on one of these cards with that type of a fight.
Yeah,
So yeah, it'll be interesting to see. Just a quick one before we go. Michael Gomez Jr. Could you ever see him get to that British title, kind of Commonwealth title? Could you ever see him go again and maybe pick it up?
good question. Now I think he needs to move up. Big boy for that weight,
Yeah.
really big boy. And I think just before we come on, I think I seen Tony Bellew actually agree with me on that. He looks
Mm.
really big for the weight. I think that he's going to need to go up and weight and really listen to his corner more because his dad is an icon from this country. Whether he was a great fighter, an okay fighter, whatever you want to call him, he's one of these guys that he's been in really good fights in this country and everyone remembers him for his toughness. I don't want to see Michael Gomez Jr. go down that path that he's just living up to his dad's name. Be yourself. Go up and wait. Listen to your corner. There's a bit of ability there. If it goes beyond domestic level, I'm not sure. But go up, try and get the right opposition. I'm going to give you a name here, and it sounds really, really silly, but I remember Ricky Burns. Ricky Burns, one of his losses, I think he lost, it was at Carl Johansson years ago, and he went and he fought 5 or 6 journeymen. It done him the world of good. Guys that would take him the distance, but also guys that if he performed, they should probably stop. I'd like to see Michael Gomez Jr. go down the same route. Fight a couple of guys who will take you 6, 8, 10 rounds, get comfortable with the distance, and then fight guys who will take you that distance, but if you're good enough, you stop them. For me, he's got to go up to lightweight and do that now.
Yeah, great show. Great show, as you say. He is a big boy for the way, rangy, tall, so probably suit him up at lightweight, and maybe he'll be punching a bit harder up there too. Who knows? So,
Yeah. Hey,
yeah,
listen now, see before you continue,
Mm.
the reason I'm making that example is because, with the greatest of respect, Ricky Burns didn't set the world alight. If you tell someone that you watched a guy that lost to Carl Johansson, and I think he was down once or twice, he was going to go on to be a three-weight world champion with limited but ability, but a really good engine and determination. They would have probably thought, nah, why not? Why not let Michael Gomez go up? Let him get that experience. He's still a young boy. Let him go up and do it and see what happens.
Absolutely, absolutely. We will see. That's all we have time for on this one. Myself and Greg reacted to what we've just seen from the Co-op Arena in Manchester. Reece Bellotti has produced a dominant display to retain his British and Commonwealth super featherweight titles, stopping Michael Gomez Jr. as Gomez's corner has pulled him out at the end of the ninth round with what seems to be the right call on that one. So yeah, let us know what you think in the comments. What did you make of the fight? Bellotti's performance? How would he fare against a Jazza Dickens, or what do you think should be next for Reece Bellotti? As always, don't forget, we'd really appreciate it if you could hit the like button on the video, subscribe to the YouTube channel. If you enjoy our content, we'd really appreciate it. Follow us on all social media platforms. And Greg, yeah, it was a pleasure. Take care.
Thanks, Niall.